I am Lizzy with Long Distance Gamers, and today I'm going to be talking about Keepers. What do I think about it, and how do we play it remotely? So the good thing about Keepers is you can play this game with one copy. Just one. The running side, they will control the game, and the remote sides, they will just provide feedback. So what I mean by that is the running side, they will have the game set up pretty much like normal. Except for these, every player will choose which one they want. And if this is mine, they'll just be randomized, and I happen to be first player. This is a heavy one that denotes who is curator. They're the ones that will just be saying what name, or not name, but word we're going to be utilizing. So they will set these up for however many players. If you only have 6 players, you'd only set up 6. But it can be played up to 8 games, or 8 players. So then what they will do is they will pass out 7 cards to every player. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they will just make it so that the sides, remote sides, can see it. I like to use these with little initials to show who they belong to. And they will just put them out, spread out, so that the remote sides can see them, but enough so that they won't fall out at the very end. And then make it so that you can pick it up easy too. And then you can either show it just to the camera for the remote sides, or you could take a picture. Just remember that you'll want to squint if you take a picture, so that way you can't really see what they can see. Me personally, I find all the colors very vibrant and awesome, so squinting doesn't entirely negate the amazingness of these pictures. So I would just hold these up to the camera, but if you have multiple players on a remote side, it might be easier to just take a picture and send it to them. But once everybody knows what they're wanting, once everybody knows what they have, the first player, or the first curator, will then choose one of their pictures and say something. So with me being first, I get to choose. So I will be calming, and I want this card. So in order for me to tell the running side that I want this card, you just agree on what side to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will do calming 4. And then they will take my 4th card and put it down. And then all other players will be putting in a card. So we will have 7 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the running side will go ahead and shuffle them up so that nobody knows whose is whose. Okay. And then we will place them out. So remember, the word is calming. So now it is time for everyone to vote. I cannot choose mine, so I have the other 7 to choose from. I could either choose one that I find is most attractive, like most to it. So I might say that maybe the green 5 is the most like calming. So I would put it to green 5. Or I could say maybe the flowers are very exciting, so those are the least like it. So I would put it to a red 3. So the remote side do not have these dials, so how do they do this? You can do it on paper, whiteboard. I prefer boogie board just because I just love it. I would say, okay, I want to do this one because I find that picture very, very calming. So I will just write down green 5. So G5, or you know, you could do red 3, R3. But we're going to stick with green 5. So once everybody has decided, they'll say, yep, ready to go. Everybody reveals. You put your piece of paper, whatever, up to the camera so that everyone can see, or mainly the running side can see. So then the running side will go ahead and move all these dials. So we have a green 5. And then maybe we have someone actually voted for me. So we have a green 7. But people really like this 5 one. So we have a few more for that one. And then someone actually thinks that this moose is not calming at all, because he could attack you at any moment. So a couple people thought that. Maybe we have a green 2 over here. And a green 8 over here. So all said and done, everybody has voted. So then we will go for each category. So both the greens that said yes, this is the most calming, or the reds that said no, that is the least calming. So you will just go, okay, so we'll start with green. So we have a 1, a 3, a 1, and a 1. So none of these matter. Whoever got this one will be keeping this card. So maybe it was Brooksy and he's right there. So we'll just put that card above his. And then we would go to the reds, which if there was another red, this one would win. But if there's a tie, if there's ever a tie, then both players would win. So if this was the instance, both of these players would get the card. So then it would go there and there. And then these just get discarded. The running side will add a new card to everybody's card holders. And then a new round begins. So then maybe this next one will be fierce. And I'm going, yes, my new card matches fierce exactly. And then we would do that. Do the 7 more cards. Display them out. Vote. And then at the end of the game, when all 8 people have had a chance to be curators, or you could go longer and do 2 or even 3 rounds, then whoever has the most pictures is the winner. So if at the end of the game, someone had all of these pictures in their stack, they would be the winner because they have 5 and these other 2 people only have 1. Okay, so that's how you can play Keepers. As you can see, this is a great entry-level game, kind of party game, along the lines of Dixit. So if you do like games that you have to say a word, choose a picture, put it down, and then you vote, this game's perfect. It's nice, it's fun, and who doesn't love these stunning pictures? So you know that if you like that kind of game, or not. Me personally, I have a very hard time coming up with words, although it is a little bit easier, I'll say quirky, to come up with them than you would think. You just cannot choose a noun, so just anything that pops into your head. As a curator, you're coming up with a word, which thankfully you only have to do once, so you might have a card that, oh, this is perfect for this exact word, and then someone says a word, I'm like, oh, I can do that card, or I have nothing, so I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to choose a card that is the exact opposite. So if you like that, then that is great. The only thing that I really do not like about this game is the card quality. The card quality is just, it's very flimsy, so I'm worried about the longevity of this, which is sad because these cards are gorgeous, but there's a lot of cards to sleeve if you do want to sleeve it to protect it, which I'm actually considering doing because of just how gorgeous the artwork is. And this would be a game that I would play mainly with, you know, Jerome's family who are not gamers. So they might not appreciate the game as much, so they might be a little bit rougher on the cards. So it might be well worth it. But I do rank this game like 7.5 out of 10. It's a very fun game. It's a party game, not exactly my style, but it is fun. The artwork is gorgeous. And for those of you who watched my unboxing, I don't think I looked underneath the insert. You should always look underneath the inserts because it had this nice little envelope with this card inside, which is another one that you can use. This is the photographer. This is the guy who took all of these beautiful pictures. I believe there was another card in there. I think it was a card that matched the box art, if I remember right. It's been a while, but you get this card that you can just mix in just for some variety, or you could leave on the bottom of the box, so if you ever do meet him, you could get it signed. And that'd be kind of cool. But until next time, just remember to have fun, be present, and be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you find value in our content, please like, comment, or subscribe. Let a friend or family member know that we exist. Help us spread our channel and bring remote gaming to a table near you. Thank you very much, and have a great day.